welcome back. I'm Stacey, and I've got a quick little Stacey's tip on putting your vegetable garden to bed this winter. I know that there are a lot of new vegetable gardeners out there, and I thought this might be some useful information for you all. Okay, so definitely taking a little time at the end of the season to do a little bit of work in your vegetable garden can help yield so much more next season. So I really highly recommend this. Okay, first thing you want to do is get into your vegetable garden and clean out all the old plants. This is so important to get a clean bed because those plants hold disease and they also hold some insects. So if you eliminate all the debris and get a clean bed with soil, that'll really make a difference for next year. But we don't stop there. What I really want you to do next is I want you to add a few things that'll really make a big difference. First, I want to start with lime. Yes, good old standard lime. Very inexpensive. The only time I wouldn't have you use lime is if you're planting a potato bed because they're a little bit more acid loving, but almost all of your other vegetables really appreciate a good dose of lime. And lime takes a while to change the pH of the soil. That's why I want you to do it this fall. Put it down on the soil, let it sit under the snow, and let it seep in and work its way into the soil, changing the pH to be sweeter, which is what vegetables love. So you sprinkle this down on top of the soil, super simple. The other thing that I want you to do is add a little bit more nutrients. Think about it, the vegetables took all the nutrients out of that bed through the entire season. It takes a lot for them to produce all of that, those tomatoes and those cucumbers. So what you want to do is put some nutrients back. I happen to love an organic nutrient like Garden Tone, really simple. Also another granular product that you just sprinkle right down with the lime at the same time. But this will put some nutrients back in, add a little microbial activity, bring the garden to life. And remember what I always say, living soil is a living plant, guys. I can't stress that enough. Okay, then I've got another thing. It's kind of a little different, but I've really seen a difference when you do this. This is called diatomaceous earth. It's an all-organic insect control. This is also something that you can put down on the soil. This will help reduce insect activity as well, and you'll have less problems with insects the following season. Another good little Stacey tip that I have found very helpful in my own vegetable garden. The one other thing that you could do is, if you want to get really good about the amendments, I have fallen in love with this compost. This is Soilution. I've been using it for the last 2 years with great results. The reason I like it is because it has almost everything but the kitchen sink in it. It's got earthworm castings and mycorrhiza and biochar and lobster and kelp. So it has so many different kinds of nutrients. If you top dress the garden bed with this, you will also be bringing that soil to life as well. So it's a really great additional compost. Now, old farmers for years have known about cover crops, and often we recommend winter rye. And that is what I recommend as well. And it's really easy, guys. I know a lot of you may not know about it, but it's super easy and super inexpensive to use. This is winter rye. It's just a cereal grain, basically. What you do, you plant this in the months of September and October. It grows really easily. It germinates really fast. Why do we do this? I'll tell you. There are many reasons. One, winter rye will fill in that garden bed, so it'll make it so winter weeds don't grow and take over and take the nutrients out of the soil. The other thing is that it is great for erosion control, so you won't lose a lot of your soil through the winter months. The next thing that I really like the most is it's very deep rooted. These roots go down so deep that they pull nitrogen down from below and they pull it up through the soil, but they also really help relieve compaction. It's kind of almost a natural form of tilling your garden bed through the winter months. One other thing that I love so much is when you get to the spring, what you do with winter rye is you cut it all down with a lawnmower, a weed whacker, garden shears, whatever works best for you. You do this before it goes to seed head and about 3 weeks before you're going to be planting your vegetable garden. And then you're left with the stubs of this winter rye. You let them dry out a little bit and then you till them right into your garden bed. This is what we call green manure. This is an all-natural form of compost and manure that really enhances the garden bed for next season. So that's it in a nutshell. Very simple. This is how I want you to put your vegetable garden to bed for the winter. So it'll have a nice winter's nap. And then when we wake it up in the spring, we can repeat many of these steps once again. Thanks a bunch. See you next time.